Is ZAP Root Rider still usable, or did the massive Root Rider nerf end this army forever? Today we're going to do some live Legends attacks, and by the end of it, I'm going to have my opinion for you on this army. Here is the army comp we're coming in with. You'll already notice not many Root Riders with this army because they don't do enough DPS. We only really need them to open the walls at this stage, and we're going to use more super buffs with this army to make up the difference, really set a good funnel. And then in terms of the hero equipment, pretty high level gauntlet, but you can do it with a much lower one. I am bringing the frozen arrow instead of the healer puppet. I just found most of the time when using the healer puppet with this army that the healers would die, especially if you're popping the queen inside the base. If you send your queen on the outside of the base, then obviously the healer puppet's better, but I'm going to be sending her in the middle today. And because I'm sending my queen in the middle, I can use the Diggy with the Warden. If you send your queen on the outside of the base, then bring the Poison Lizard just in case there's an air CC, and then the standard equipment and pet for the Royal Champion. Alright, we're live here and straight into a meta style base. Now, before you all at me, for those of you with keen eyes, you'll notice I'm only at 5313 trophies. First of all, it's early-ish in the season. Second of all, I've taken all my defenses today, so we did reset far higher than the 5300s, and clearly we're running into some good bases. So how am I going to take this base down? Well, I'm going to zap out this compartment here. It's just an insane amount of zap value you see. In fact, can I not... That ricochet cannon's too close. This guy's moved at one tile closer. And look at that. That is crazy value. But how are we going to deal with the good old-fashioned invis tower in the core? Just going to use a log launcher. Now, with ZAP Root Rider, what I always do is you want to maximize your Warden ability. So I'm going to send my Root Riders into as much DPS as possible, and for me, that's coming from over here. We get to the Monolith quicker, and there's all these defensive heroes. I need to stop wasting time. Oh, that's annoying for the funnel. You'll notice a lot of bases have very anti-Root Rider outside buildings, but that's okay. Now we just got to get all our stuff down as quickly as possible, and I'm going to pop my Warden ability near instantly here. So the Headhunters should go forward and do their thing. We're activating the Invis Tower. Obviously the Siege Barracks is really good at Town Hall 16, but I just don't think you can afford to have just completely ignore the core of the base, right? Now we're going to have, I believe, I don't know what I've got in the CC. So you can run 6 Valks, but I am going to run the Yeti Bomb here. So the King's gone on the bottom side. I'm just going to reinforce all of this with my own Royal Champion. And look at the Yetis. They got rid of the Monolith as well. So even though the Log Launcher, you don't get all those extra troops with it, you cannot tell me you don't get really nice value, both with the Log Launcher activating Invis Towers, but also the troops that come out of the Log Launcher come out in a far better position than they would just using the Siege Barracks. So we're going to funnel the outside of the base here. Queen is struggling a little bit. Unfortunately, the Invis Tower is reloaded though. I was kind of hoping that would go down. But that's alright. We do activate it yet again. I've still got my King ability. Keep that in mind. I'm going to use my one last wall breaker here to help my King get through the back end of the base. We'll use the Skeleton spell to tank that. And essentially, we're sitting on our hero abilities at this point in time, because they should be enough to finish off the base here. I'll pop my... Oh, I shouldn't have popped that. I probably should have used the freeze, because look at this. These hogs are just going to get completely wrecked. Yeah, they got no value. Jeez, is this Invis Tower going to go off again? That would be bad. But as you can see, right? Not an overkill at all. In saying that, we do have a whole spare Giant Gauntlet ability, so the army is clearly still strong. But is it broken? Not really as much as before, but we've got a whole bunch of other attacks to bring to you today. Let's see how they go. And here's another meta base that we're going to have to try and take down with the Zap Root Riders. Now, this style of base is quite annoying because there's not insane Zap value. We are going to go for the Eagle and Monolith, though. You really can't complain about that value. So let's get the funnel set here. Try not to activate the Town Hall. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now we've kind of used... How would I put this? Sorry. Ignore me just rambling. Generally, in the past, what you would do is, because you've got the funnel set here, you could use, say, your Siege Barracks on the bottom side and go in here. But that's not the maximum amount of damage on the base. I think the highest part of damage on the base is over here. So that is where we're going to use our Warden ability. So we're going to kind of go in with what appears to be kind of an anti-funnel, and that's how I treat ZAP Root Rider at least. I know Ghost is a pro on this channel and maybe he does it in a different way, but in my opinion, you just want to use your Warden ability in the toughest part of the base, and after the zaps, that is definitely over here. So we're going to come in with this. I'm not gonna... No, I am. I thought I wasn't gonna pop the Warden ability, but I changed my mind because a few of the Root Riders were getting low quite quickly. Now, I try not to use the Rage spell through the defensive Ice Golem, because you're essentially wasting it at that point, aren't you? We are going to Rage right here. Hopefully a Root Rider opens the wall. Come on, just one Root Rider. Oh my word, none of them are going in. I understand that this base is anti-funnel, but I didn't realize it was this anti-funnel. Thankfully, one troop does go in. We're going to use our Royal Champion on this side here. King, do not go out of the base. Oh, that's a terrible freeze. My RC was invis anyway. Queen gets rid of the Town Hall. I just need these Root Riders to get through the next army comp. So that RC is invisible again. Oh, can we get rid of the multi? It's 1 HP. We pop the King ability. I don't think we're getting this. I don't know for sure though. King ability goes off. He fights the defensive King. Gets the job done. RC... Oh my word. Wait, I need to pull that Poison Tower. So we've got the Barb over there. Come on, pull the Poison Tower. Oh, that is annoying that it, you know, pulled the defensive Skeleton Trap. RC's doing her best. Oh my word, this is coming down to the wire. And I don't think we're going to get it. And there you go. Very quickly on, we get a fail with the army. That wall breaker, it could have gone for this wall. That wall breaker is not very helpful. And very early on, though, we get a fail on a common base. Now, I'm sure there's some approach you could do on this base to make it work. I'm not an expert with the army, but that's why this video is kind of good in that sense, right? I'm not a pro with the army like a lot of you at home, and I'm telling you, it's much, much harder than it was pre-update. The damage nerf to the Root Riders makes a difference, and you have to pop your Warden ability so much earlier because they go down a whole lot quicker. Legends League is blessing us today. We've had 2 isolated core bases. Now we've got a box base. So you guys are getting the full charade here. There is a gap in your base there, buddy. This looks like the war base I posted a few weeks ago. If it is the war base on the channel, so sorry, man, but I think I'm about to triple you. Alright, so on this one, generally on box bases, I prefer zapping the outside of the base than the core, but it's just too good value in the core here, so we'll go. We get all of that down. Now, because our zap was on the right side of the center, we're going to enter in on the left side of the center here. Kind of makes sense. We want to go into as much DPS as possible. I also kind of want to take advantage of that outside town hall. So here's what I'm going to do. We're going to use siege barracks on this side of the funnel. Then I'm going to use the king on the other. I know it seems counterintuitive to use the king there, but it's just such good value to get rid of that town hall. As nice as the king is in the core of the base, like obviously don't want to take anything away from him there, but that town hall going down is huge. I'm going to use the rage quite early here because the CC is not coming out. And then I'm going to use the RC right here. Might even be worth using a freeze now. Not yet. So there's the last defensive hero. So I just got to time my headhunter to tank that. Alright, let's go the headhunter now. I'm not sure that's good timing. I might be a second early here. Oh, are you kidding? Okay, the timing was genuinely perfect. What on earth? That was the best timing. I just swagged the freeze unnecessarily. And unsurprising here, we've wrecked the box base. These double poison tower box bases aren't really strong versus the Root Rider spam. You see, the last 2 bases we hit, those core town hall bases, Those are terrible. Those are really hard to hit with Zap Root Rider or Mass Root Rider. Really tough to take down, but Zap Root Rider, super strong on the box spaces here as we see. So, kind of sums it up well for you. 3 attacks, 3 awesome showcases of where Zap Root Rider is at now. This is a very unique base here, and it kind of gives us 2 options. We either zap the single with the Invis Tower, or we go for the Eagle and the Monolith. In my opinion, the Eagle and the Monolith, it's just too good a value to ignore. So we are going to get rid of that. Let's see if I can split my zaps and be super smart about it. Alright, well, I tried. And because there's an Invis Tower next to the Town Hall, I am going to bring the Log Launcher in here. And we're going to go into the most DPS. Where do you guys think that is? I think it's from over here. But I guess we'll find out if this has the most damage or not when I potentially fail this, because this is not a base I'm particularly comfortable with. But we'll give it a go. That is what Legends League is all about. Alright, nice Warden ability. Invis Tower's already set off. We get a Valk in the Warden ability on the left-hand side. Oh, I probably should have... Yeah, I probably should have frozen all of that earlier. Still got 2 Valks of my own. I'm just going to put them in like that. Alright, we get the freeze in. It's a really nice rage for us. Unfortunately, the Headhunter on the top side died. RC, you're going to go invisible. Okay, goes invisible just in time. And now we got a bit of a split. I'm going to pop my king. I have to pop the Royal Champion as well. That's a problem. I definitely should have frozen. We've got a nice force coming in on the bottom side of the base, though. There is my last... There's my last Super Barbs. Oh, there's no way! At least lock onto a Root Rider. Oh well, the Warden's really not doing that much at this stage anyway of the attack. I'm going to wall break that junction because my Root Rider should be able to open up most of the rest. And I think this still could be a triple. We've got the Yetis on the top side. My Queen will go. Oh my god, my Queen's not going to go for the defensive Queen though. She's stuck in the NATO. Watch my Root Riders just get completely chewed up here. If my Queen beats this wall, I'm going to be mad. Are you serious, Queen? Oh my word. What a throw. What a throw! What is she doing? She had to walk 3 tiles. Jeez, I guess I should have wall broke that then. And now she's going to go down. Now it's all down to the Yetis. Can she at least put some solid damage? All the Yetis are slowing down the Queen's rate of fire. Oh my word, the Queen's clutch now. Never mind, forget everything I said about you, Queen. You're the best ever. And I guess that's why you bring the frozen arrow. But I'm going to leave it here for the video today. If you want to see where I'm at in my Legends League day, we can jump out quickly. So I've done 7 attacks today for 258. So a pretty nice day. As you can see, we have failed a couple of attacks, and honestly, that one should have been a fail. So that's kind of where Zap Root Rider's at, right? If you know what you're doing with it, you can still get triples. Root Riders are still extremely strong. But there's going to be a lot more closer triples. You're going to have to be a lot more clutch on the back end of the base. I wasn't clutch there. That was all up to the Queen. But hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you want to see more Zap Root Rider or other Root Rider strats, let us know down below. And we have got a Root Rider video from when the NERF was released, showing how to use the double overgrowth and no overgrowth method. We'll link that on the left.